y'all, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. It's your girl Sid, and today I'm doing a big book haul. So I have all my books here that I've gotten in the last few months, and some of them I've read, some of them I started reading. So we just gonna go through all of that. So before we get started, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell, because your girl is back. We back, and we're gonna be uploading at least once a week, every week, maybe more. But enough with that. I'm gonna start with my Colleen Hoover books, but I'm gonna start with the ones that I've read already before we get into the ones that I haven't read yet. Before I get started, most of these are romance novels, romance, spice, whatever the people on TikTok say, and some of them have been recommended to me. I started reading Colleen Hoover, and that got me back into reading fiction books because I haven't really read fiction books in years, probably since maybe high school, maybe middle school. So for the Colleen Hoover that I've read already, I have It Ends With Us. So I think this is her best-selling book, so most of y'all probably already read this. This is a book that got me back into reading fiction. It was really good. I think I gave this like a 4, just because, a 4 out of 5, because I wasn't really feeling the diary entries, like writing to Ellen. But other than that, it was good. This is not what I read next, but I did pick up It Starts With Us, and I read this and I couldn't put it down. I bought this at the airport when I was waiting on my flight, and I read it my entire flight. It was so good. And this one is probably a 4 out of 5 too, just because it's been, I read this one at first. Yeah, it's got diary entries in it, and that's the only thing I didn't like about it. Then we have Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. This is another one of my favorites. I feel like it was pretty good. Ugly Love. This is one of my favorite Colleen Hoover books. 5 out of 5 for me. And then following that, I have I can't even talk. I have November 9, and these two, it's not like a series, but there's characters from Ugly Love that show up in November 9, so I read these back to back, and I loved both of them. And then we have Reminders of Him, Colleen Hoover. I read this one, and I think I rated 5 out of 5, but I can't remember. Either way, I know this was a hit. And then next we have Layla, and this one put me in a reading slump, and I had a hard time picking up a book after I picked this one up. As you can see, I got like halfway through and I started reading it. I gave up on this one because it was so boring to me, and I feel like it was just so hard to get through. And everybody says to just keep pushing, and it'll be worth it in the end, but I could not finish this book for nothing. So I did not finish it. Maybe one day when I'm bored out of my mind and want to be more bored out of my mind, I will go back to this book and try to finish it, because I remember everything that I read. I got to page 119 and I gave up. These are all of the Colleen Hoover books that I've read so far. Colleen Hoover does what she needs to do to get me to read. We're just gonna go into the Colleen Hoover books that I have not read yet, but I have on my shelf, which is quite a few of them. So, sorry. And also, y'all, I'm not gonna really talk about what these books are about, because I personally don't read the back. I just go by recommendations. So Colleen Hoover was recommended to me. It got me back into reading, so I just read all her books. And I find the ones that I like, and I find the ones I don't like. And then other books, I just go off of what people recommend, like on YouTube or TikTok videos, or just people I know recommend. What I have first is Heart Bones by Colleen Hoover. And Without Merit, Confess. This one actually has a show on Amazon Prime, I believe. But I'm trying to read the book before I watch the show, because if I watch the show first, I probably will never read this book. And then I have Maybe Someday. This is a part of a series. I'm trying to see if it tell me. Either way, this is a part of the series. So I have Maybe Someday, and then Maybe Not. I'm not sure if this is the next book in the series to Maybe Someday, or the third. I believe there's 3 books, I think, but I don't have them all yet. So Maybe Not, and this book is pretty thin. I haven't started those yet. And then lastly, with Colleen Hoover, the last book I have that I haven't read yet is Verity, and this is the book that everybody raves about. Everybody says read this book, and I think it is supposed to have a little mystery or be creepy. So I'm hoping that when I read this book, it doesn't do this to me, because this is like, from what I've read so far, this has mystery in it too. But hopefully people haven't been hyping this book up too bad and it turns out to not be good. So I might actually read this next out of my Colleen Hoover books. Those are all the books from Colleen Hoover, and then we're going to move on to these other books that I have here. First up, and this is not in any order of what I got them. This book set here I received for Christmas from Lauren. So it comes with 6 books. It's a series. I'm assuming it's called the Shatter Me series, because I be watching book videos. I don't know, because I like to go into it blind. So the first one, book 1, is Shatter Me. Book 2 is Unravel Me. Ignite Me, book 3. Book 4 is Restore Me. Defy Me is book 5, and book 6 is Imagine Me. It comes in this box all together, and this will be the front cover of all of the books. And I'm pretty sure this was like $37 for all 6 of these books, because I put it on my Amazon wish list for Christmas. So I feel like that's a good buy for 6 books, and I will be getting into these soon. I'll start reading those soon. Another series that I purchased was the Off Campus series, and I actually started reading the first book. So these are the books. It's by L. Kennedy. So the first book is The Deal, and I am on chapter 9 of this book so far. This is the series I'm currently reading before I move on to any of these other books. Book 2 is The Mistake. Book 3 is The Score. Book 4 is The Goal. And book 5 is The Legacy. So these books are, I have started reading it. So these books are about hockey players on campus. I mean, that's all I'm going to say about it. I haven't gotten too far into it. It does have a lot of spice, maybe a little too much spice compared to Colleen Hoover books. And I think the only thing I don't like about this series so far are the covers of the books. because it has these people on it. I don't really care for that. Other than that, I am enjoying the book so far. So the only other series I have so far is the Twisted series, and I only have the first 2 books. Book 1 is called, this is by Anna Hang or Hong, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But book 1 is called Twisted Games. Book 2 is Twisted Love. I believe there's 2 or 3 more books in this series. I haven't purchased it yet, but I haven't started these yet, so it doesn't really matter. The others are just random. Let's see. I have Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I heard that this is a good book. And Birthday Girl, I believe. I also want to pick that up. I have that. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This one. Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. Y'all, if I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. The last 2 books I have were recommended to me by family. So the first one is The Boardwalk Bookshop by Susan Mallory. My Bop recommended this to me, and I believe it's about a bookshop. These ladies in California. I will be getting to this soon. And then recently, Courtney recommended to me Mad Money by Jodi Picoult, I'm not sure, and Jennifer Finney Boylan. So this is the book. I'm assuming there's them on the back. And this one, I ordered for pickup at Target, and I didn't pay attention that it is hardback. I'm not really a fan of hardback books. I like paperback books, but I'm still gonna read this, and it's okay. It's not that serious. And I also have no clue what this is about. I will not know until I start reading it. So I'm just gonna take her word for it that it's a good book. So this is all the fiction books I have so far, and I'm ready to read them all. Comment down below any romance novels that I should read. If you've read any of these books that I mentioned, don't give me spoilers, but comment what you rated it, how you liked it. And also for the ones that I mentioned that I read by Colleen Hoover, you could comment what you thought about those books as well. But that's all for today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you like book videos, if you'd like to see some reviews or reading vlogs, and I'll see y'all in the next video.